では、己は何も知らんのか。
How many of these guys do I have to take out?
小角は何者だったのだ。
乱世にふさわしき末子よ。礼を言うぞ、安家。
これでこやつの企てもついえる。終わったな。
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Is it worth your time in 2025? Now, this game released a few months ago. I think this game is only like 3-4 months old at this point, if that. And I got this at full price. And is it worth full price? Let's discuss. Now, you know, it's your typical these days Assassin's Creed open world game. You got your horse. You know, you have stealth features and the parkour features with Naue. You actually, which is different in this game, you have another character, which is Yasuke in the back, who is the better fighter all around because he's a samurai, and then you're a ninja as Naue. What is interesting is, you know, they have different weapons, which they did have since, you know, AC Odyssey, I would say. So you have a choice of a few different weapons for each character. And you could have a primary or secondary, so it's katana, kusaragama, tanto. And then for Yasuke, you have a bow, a teppo, which is like a gun back in those times, a naginata, which is like a long staff with a blade, and then he also has a bat as well as his katana. So yeah, you know, you could level up skills from each class, which is a little different from the other game. But one thing that I did like that they included is, let's see if I could show it to you. Just give me a second. Difficulty tuning. Right. Guaranteed assassination. So this is my biggest gripe about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, you had to power up your assassination to an extreme level to be able to one-hit enemies. In this game, they finally learned, and they gave you guaranteed assassination. So, you know, I have the combat difficulty and stealth on normal. So, you know, enemy HP isn't too crazy, and then they could be assassinated in one hit. It kind of trivializes some of the skill tree, because some of the skill tree, just going a little off topic here, but some of the skill tree says assassination damage, so you could completely ignore part of this tree. And I think one of the other weapon trees also mentions assassination damage. But anyway, I really like that they added that feature, because I really hated in Odyssey and Valhalla that you couldn't one-hit assassinate enemies. Like, what was the point? Like, you ended up having to fight them anyway. Besides that, so just like a little background. I mean, I liked Odyssey. I feel like it went on a little too long. Like, it's funny how you could say that a game is a little too big. And why is that a problem in today's day and age? But like, there's a thing about like quality and quantity. I think Odyssey went the way of quantity, which was, you know, you see this map. Odyssey was like 5 times the size of this map, and there's already plenty to do in this game. I'm 57 hours right now in this game, and I've barely, you know, gotten into. I think on my game on my PS5 it says I'm 40% complete of this game. Like there's so much to do in this game, and Odyssey had like 5 times this amount. It's just Ubisoft is um, infamous for doing quantity over quality, and it's not as prevalent in this game. I mean, there's tons to do. I mean, there's the main quest where you're assassinating certain people. You also have some allies which you can recruit, which is cool. Which was a thing in Odyssey, but these guys have at least a little bit of personality and differences, so I like that. Um, you have 2 different story quests between Yasuke and Naoe, which is decent. The story is decent. It's nothing crazy, but But then also you have all these like kind of side quests, which have a little more story and meaning to them. But they do kind of add these kind of assassination quests, like kind of out of nowhere, like assassinate, Nobutsuna students or duel with them, and then there's these other guys to assassinate, then these other guys to assassinate. It's just these things just keep popping up out of nowhere. So it's a little bit of quantity over quality in that sense, because I took out these guys and it didn't mean anything to me either way. I just wanted to get the rewards. So yeah, just like this. I don't even know who these guys are. I just took them out as they came to me, and I just took their rewards. So um, the quantity over quality complaint isn't fully, cleaned up in this game, but they're getting there. I really personally did not like Valhalla. I felt like the game was super bland and boring. Odyssey I liked, but it went on too long. I kind of was done with the game after like 25 hours. Like the enemies were too HP spongy, and it just wasn't fun for me. This game, I mean, I'm also kind of like the samurai, Japanese culture, ninja weeb, so that helps. Like liking the environment or the location that they built. I mean, if you're a fan of samurais or ninjas, you would really like this game. Um, but um, that's just like my personal opinion on this. I mean, after like 40 hours, I kind of was done with this game as well. It's just more of me being a veteran gamer, and I've been there, done that with a lot of this game. But it's still fun. I'm 56 hours in. I'm trying to complete what I can. I am waiting for the upcoming expansion, Claws of Awaji. I did not get this on pre-order, so unfortunately, I will not get it for free. But if it's like $10 or less, I'll probably get it. But yeah, to get to the ending of this, the conclusion of this, I know I didn't show too much of anything else. I just showed kind of the map. Let me switch to Yasuke just for. So, I said like I was a samurai weeb and everything. Like, all I need to do is. Um, oh, can you not do that here? All I need to do is. Oh, yes. All I need to do is take out a sword and put it back. And I'm a happy camper, It's just I'm that much of a samurai weep. So what I will give them credit, what I will give them credit in Ubisoft is they definitely developed their world here. It's like a living, breathing world. Um, there's not much for you to interact with besides like shopkeepers and like this.
毎度どうもまたおいで
Which you can buy a few things from, and I have no money right now.
ありがとうお若い武者さん
So there's not much to interact with in this open world, besides the merchants and the random Ronin they want to kill you for whatever reason, and then enemy camps spread out which you can loot. And then so the other thing, so they added this kind of like weekly quest system, which I will touch on. So obviously there's microtransactions in this game because it is a Ubisoft game, but they have this weekly quest system where you can earn this currency up there, and you slowly go through their battle pass, and you can earn cosmetics, which is cool. Gives you another reason to keep playing. I missed one part of it. Let me just jump back to it. So if you go to the Animus thing here, right here, then you go to projects. They also have a way you could exchange the currency over here. So yeah, you could, these cosmetics are available in the Ubisoft store, and they actually give you a different currency to get them. And these are for your allies. You could outfit your allies as well. So that's nice. They gave you another path to grind towards, cosmetic rewards. But your currency is limited because there's only 3 of these projects, and they give you how much? Um, I don't know exactly, but I would say like 4,000 to 5,000 per project. So you end up with like 15,000. So you get like 3 or 4 cosmetics depending on what you get. That's not terrible. Um, but yeah, they give you like a bunch of towns like this with people doing their thing, going about their business. So they definitely do their research in these games, make it feel like Japan back in whatever time period this is in. Um, so they definitely do their homework when they create these games. Um, but it's still kind of quantity over quality in this game. It still kind of gets bland and boring. The quests are a little better, I feel like, than Valhalla. I really didn't like that game. Um, Odyssey was kind of on the same terms as this, where some quests are good and interesting, and some are kind of boring. So what I would rate this is, if you're a huge fan of Assassin's Creed games like this and you love these kind of melee stealth looters, then go for it. Even at full price, you'll have a great time. This is like over 100 hours worth of content, keep you busy for a long time. Um, if you are into Japanese culture or that kind of thing, this is also a decent buy, but probably on a sale. And anyone else that's kind of fed up with Ubisoft's open world template kind of style, then definitely stay away from this. Maybe you only get this on a deep sale. I think there's only one DLC coming out for this game, unfortunately, and then they're moving on to the next project. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about this. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.